There totally is, and I'm really glad that you asked that question. So it turns out that like you said, there is a negative connotation to the word tribalism for good reason. It's associated with sort of sectarian violence and in versus out group psychology, a lot of levels of interpersonal and intergroup conflict, all these bad things, right? All these isms as well that we don't like. Now, it's interesting when you look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, its original use case, the evolution of tribalism, was actually a cheat sheet for cooperation amongst strangers. Let me disentangle that a little bit. So, like I said, 1.8 million years ago, our genus evolves, okay? We start dwelling in these camps and these bands. That persists for about 1 million years. Something really cool happens 300,000 years ago. We can see it relatively clearly in the paleoanthropological record, where we can tell there's groups of us moving beyond the us zone and starting to interact and trade with thems, because we know how big a human group size is, and we know that those kinds of raw materials that they were producing had sort of signatures of their identity, and then they were moving into places where there were clear signatures from other identities. So around 300,000 years ago, humans had to adapt to this changing world. And one of the cheat sheets was cooperate with those, enhance cooperation with those who are signaling your identity effectively and authentically. And so that's what tribalism effectively is. And here's the thing, if we bury our heads under the sand and we ignore tribalism or just try and distance ourselves from the idea and just assume that, well, they were tribal or they are tribal, but we're not tribal. This is doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail because this is an evolved instinct that has 300,000 years of evolutionary history bootstrapping it to our cognition.